Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis, coming to you from the Ventura Cigar Company studio, and with me today is Seth Geis and John McTavish. How you guys doing this evening?
Ready to go, man. Ready to roll.
Happy Family Day, y'all.
Happy
We
Family
don't
Day.
we don't have that in the States. You guys just got a copycat a day off so that you can match up with us.
It's all about Family Day, man. You guys want to honor your presidents. We want to honor our families. Where's your priorities at? You know what
Is
I'm
that
saying?
really what it's called? Do you guys
Yeah,
really
for
have a
sure.
family day?
Family Day.
You guys are such
Although it's
badasses. I love that. That's
it's
fucking
Louis Riel Day,
sick.
I think, if you're in Quebec, and
Louis Real.
and
Those
can't
fucking
remember what it
French
is in
Canadians.
the east. There's an Eastern holiday as well.
Interesting.
What do you
Yukon
mean
Day
they-
was on Friday.
What do you mean Yukon Day was on Friday?
They like
We got
you know,
Manitoba Monday,
Stampede,
Saskatchewan.
yeah.
Saskatchewan
Stampede Day
Saturday.
at some point.
Stampede Days in July.
What's Roundup Day?
Well, the Roundup days are also in the summertime as well, and that's not an actual holiday. It's just an
Okay.
event.
Roundup Day.
Involves a lot of drinking beer.
Nice.
All right, so today we're talking about the Balmoral Anejo XO Connecticut Rothschild Masivo, which is, I guess, Robusto Extra 5-inch by 55 ring gauge. Comes out of the Royal Agio factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is U.S. Connecticut. Binder is Dominican Olor. Filters from Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, and Brazil. Price point is $9.75, and the cigar was released in August of 2018. So with all that out of the way, Seth, what was your smoking experience like?
Yeah, the first really, I'll tell you one thing, this wrapper was ugly. Not really an attractive Connecticut. First third really showed up with some cream and strong cedar notes. There was some soft pepper, faint mocha quality. It was kind of a more medium body and strength, I thought, for the first third. Pretty solid construction as well. Getting into the second third, some more creamy cedar, soft earth qualities. Faint bit of almonds, and there's that little soft pepper. I'd still say it's round medium to medium full. And this third, still really good construction. Then when I get into the final third, creamy cedar, grass, hay, had that soft almonds, and finish a black pepper spice, medium full. Just nice construction all the way to the end, man.
Nice.
Surgeon?
I think we had a very similar smoking experience. Got that creamy, got the woody note, got a little bit of medium plus pepper, and the pepper kind of lingered. I mean, it definitely had some oomph to it. Brought along some dry cedar with it. Then I got that mocha quality where the sweetness and the chocolate kind of mixed in. Second, third, really no big changes. Still pepper, but the pepper kind of backed off a little bit. Creaminess was a little back as well, so it was a little milder and a little softer in the second, third. Sound familiar? And then last third, the whole profile just became classic Connecticut. Guess what? Grass, hay, a little bit of bitterness. I didn't get any pepper there, but like it was just like it sounded like we had a very similar experience. Burning construction for me was absolutely perfect. Really straight burn all the way through. So, if anyone's like, oh, Surgeon doesn't store his cigars right, look at all these cigars come from the same humidor. This cigar came from the same humidor every other review sample did, and it burned perfect. Ash held up to 2 inches, and I actually had to aggressively knock it off. It did not want to come off. Draw, like the burning construction was perfect. Using a V cutter, it was exactly correct. What was your experience like, Aaron?
Yeah, for me, light wood, sweet hay, some black pepper, about a 1/4 inch in, a fair amount of mustiness joined in, and the black pepper increased, really created a full-bodied profile. A little further in, the draw started with wood and hay, and then kind of a wave of mustiness and black pepper take over. Pepper has a really long finish to it. Retrohale's black pepper forward with a little bit of wood mustiness behind it. And as the first starts wrapping up, black pepper and mustiness kind of ease up a little bit, but there's still the dominant flavors in the profile over the wood and hay. Strength was slightly above medium. Getting in the second third, wood gains a little bit of char, hay and mustiness right behind that. Black peppers move to the background. About a 1/2 inch in, the char drops off from the wood. Wood and hay are equal levels. Mustiness is pretty faint in the background. A little bit of nuttiness presence there as well. And then about 1 inch in, the profile's wood and hay with some mustiness in the background. Retrohale is really kind of a mirror image of the same. And as the second third's wrapping up, mustiness takes the lead over with the wood and the hay right behind it, and the strength actually drops down to medium. And then in the final third, Wood, hay, mustiness, all equal levels. Further in, the cigar starts to warm up a little bit, brings a little bit of toast to the wood. Retrohale's got that same profile, the toasted wood, the hay, and the mustiness, and that's kind of how the cigar finishes up. Strength still at medium. In regards to the burn, a little bit wavy at times, but never needed any attention. Ash held on in 1.5-inch increments. In regards to the draw, it was fairly loose. I had to temper my draws a little bit, try not to heat the cigar up. The pack just seemed a little bit light. The cigar was really light in hand when, pre-light, things like that. So overall, Seth, what were your thoughts on this one?
Overall, I was really disappointed in it. By the way, now that I know that this cigar is called Masivo Rothschild, that just I'm gonna simmer it down a little bit. No, it's just I was actually disappointed with it. I like a lot of the Balmoral Anejo stuff. I was kind of hoping for a really good Connecticut with this, kind of like the San Pedro de Macorís, Ecuador. But it just didn't. I don't think it really delivered that much. It's not like a bad, but it just, when you take all those into account and you think about the actual cigar, very disappointed in it. What about you, John?
I'm disappointed that you take the man's name Rothschild and you apply it to a cigar that is not a Rothschild. You can add whatever, modifiers to that you want. The Rothschild is a specific size of cigar. It's actually a little offensive to me because it's like, Churchill's named after a person, Rothschild is also named after a person, and it is a particular size. So, stop doing that. The name council doesn't approve of that. The cigar itself, though, I enjoyed. It's certainly not, what I would call a Connecticut really until it gets to the last third. So if you're a Connecticut smoker and that's what you're looking in for, I think you might be a little disappointed. But if you enjoy, medium full cigars, this might be right up your alley. I mean, it's got pepper, it's got espresso notes, it's got chocolate, it's got a lot of notes there. I enjoyed it, but it's certainly not in the realm of what a Connecticut really is. And, we've certainly seen that trend over the last few years. Aaron?
I thought the first start was out of balance, and just the flavor components just didn't seem to match up well, and the strength was a lot more than what I was expecting for this cigar. Everything kind of settled down in the second third. I felt like you said, traditional Connecticut from the second third on for me. I don't know if any additional time will mellow out that first third or anything like that. But even so, it would just be an average, I think, Connecticut from there. So it's probably not something I'm looking to return to. I think, like Seth mentioned in his review, the San Pedro was definitely the better Connecticut from them this year. So, it's in a better price point. So it helps
a little
out
bit.
This is still under $10 though.
$9.75.
Yeah, $9.75. That's a big amount of money for a Connecticut smoker. I mean, you got to think Connecticut smokers. I mean, I'm just gonna throw a number out there, but I figure they got to be smoking around the $6 mark. Right?
Yeah, I'd give you that. That's probably six. Yeah, I'll give you that.
So I mean, construction wise, it's a $9-10 cigar for sure. It's just I don't know if you can put out that flavor profile for that market at that price.
Yep. So let's get into the scores. We'll start at the top. John, you gave it a 6.82. Seth, you gave it a 5.75, and I gave it a 5 even. So John, 682.
Back on top, baby. I was I had this great thing going where I was kind of middle of the pack, or I was Loomising it up for most of the reviews. But legitimately, I enjoyed this cigar. If I were to smoke this blind, I'd be like, yeah, I would smoke these again. Price point aside, what else could you ask from the cigar? Constructed well, draw is perfect, flavor profile is interesting.
All right, Seth, 5.75.
Just middle. I mean, just an average stick. I think, as John said, if I smoked it blind, I'd probably be a little bit more welcoming to it. But knowing what the offerings they have, if you put this side by side by the San Pedro, of course I'm going to go reach for it. And not only that, it's more affordable stick. So yep. I think I'd be interested to see how the smokers of anyone who goes into this line and brand and check them out, what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, my 5 even is dead on. I mean, below average overall flavor profile just based on that first third being out of balance, and the draw kind of sucked being loose, but so it's kind of where it ended up, right at the dead on average spot. So it is what it is. Any other final thoughts from you guys on this cigar?
I have no other thoughts on it.
I kind of want to try some of the other Balmoral offerings. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah, we have the Maduro, I think, coming up for review as well. So,
Yeah, the Oscura. Yeah.
Yeah. That could be
I like that
interesting.
their commitment to the Brazilian tobacco. I know I've said that before, but I like that they always work it into their blends.
And it's
and
not
they
as
have
it's
a
not as sexy, right? Nobody's really everyone's kind of fallen out of love with Brazilian tobacco. It seems like lately.
yeah.
Yeah, the only other company I would say that kind of maybe keeps it going is Villiger. So,
Yeah.
they have a factory there, and have some of those lines that I think now I'm blanking on the name, but
I mean, Brazilian
Sandoro.
tobacco. Yeah, Brazilian tobacco is good, man, when done right. I mean, it's I don't know why people kind of backed away from it and got all hot and heavy over Mexican San Andres, but whatever.
I feel like Drew Estate there for a while was really promoting Brazilian
Yeah.
tobacco, and then it just kind of fell through.
Yeah, just kind of love,
Yeah.
moved on to the next girl, I guess,
Yeah.
as they say.
Bitched and hoes.
All right. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. Also check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
XO.